Once upon a time, there were two siblings named Alexa and Karim. They lived in a cozy house with a big backyard. They loved playing outside and exploring their backyard, which was filled with trees, flowers, and bushes. One day, while they were playing tag, Karim stumbled upon something hidden behind the bushes. Curious, he called Alexa over, and together they pushed the branches aside. To their surprise, they found a small entrance leading to a dark cave. They were a bit scared, but their adventurous spirit won over their fear, and they decided to explore. As they made their way through the cave, they noticed a blue and shining stone. It looked magical. Alexa and Karim reached out to touch the stone, and the moment their fingers touched it, they felt a surge of energy. Suddenly, they found themselves floating in midair. They were flying. Excited and amazed, Alexa and Karim flew out of the cave and soared high above their backyard. They swooped and looped, feeling like they were on top of the world. From that day on, they became known as the Flying Siblings. Their newfound powers gave them a boost of confidence, which was much needed because there were a couple of kids at school who liked to pick on them. The bullies would call them names and make fun of their clothes, but Alexa and Karim would always ignore them and walk away. They knew that fighting back was not the answer. One day, they were invited to a classmate's birthday party. Alexa and Karim were excited to go and have fun with their friends. However, when they arrived, they saw that the bullies were there too. They felt a bit nervous, but then remembered their magic powers. As the party went on, the bullies started to make fun of Alexa and Karim again. But this time, they decided to show off their powers. They flew around the backyard, performing loops and flips. All the kids at the party were amazed and cheered them on. The bullies looked on in disbelief. After the party, Alexa and Karim noticed a change in their bullies' behavior. They were no longer mean and started to treat them with respect. Alexa and Karim realized that their magic powers weren't just for flying, but they also had the power to change people's hearts. As time went by, Alexa and Karim continued to use their magic powers to help others. They flew to the top of trees to rescue cats, carried groceries for their elderly neighbor, and even helped their classmates with their homework. They became heroes in their own right and inspired others to be kind and helpful too. One day, Alexa and Karim decided to explore the cave again. They were hoping to find more magic stones or maybe even a hidden treasure. As they made their way through the cave, they heard a strange noise coming from deep within. It sounded like a cry for help. Without hesitation, they followed the sound and found themselves in a large chamber. There, they saw a group of small animals trapped inside a cage. It was a family of rabbits, and they looked terrified. Alexa and Karim knew they had to help. They tried to use their flying powers to lift the cage, but it was too heavy. They needed a plan. Suddenly, Alexa had an idea. "Karim, do you remember how we used our powers to impress our classmates at the party?" she asked. "Yes," Karim replied. "We made them believe in us." "Well," Alexa continued, "why don't we try to make these rabbits believe in themselves? Maybe they can help us lift the cage." Karim looked skeptical, but decided to give it a try. They flew down to the rabbits and explained to them that they had the power within themselves to help. The rabbits looked up at them with fear in their eyes, but Alexa and Karim could see a spark of hope as well. "Believe in yourselves," Alexa said. "Believe that you can help us lift this cage." The rabbits closed their eyes and took a deep breath. They imagined themselves lifting the cage with all their might. Suddenly, they started to glow with a bright light. Their eyes opened, and they realized that they were floating. They were flying too. With the rabbits' help, Alexa and Karim lifted the cage and freed the trapped family. The rabbits thanked them, and the siblings realized that they had helped the rabbits discover their own powers. From that day on, Alexa and Karim continued to use their magic powers to help others and spread kindness wherever they went. They were no longer just the flying siblings. They were also the kind and helpful siblings, and every time they looked at the blue and shining stone, they knew that they were capable of anything they set their minds to. The end.